What's up guys, GGFOREX here, and on today's video I'm going to be explaining to you why I am the unluckiest man ever. Plus I'm going to be going over my first live trade on my live funded FTMO account. I don't know if you would say, but I want to start off by saying I'm sorry I haven't posted in like 9 days, okay? Maybe 10 days now. Because if you guys are from the UK, it's been swelteringly hot. It's been, for you guys who are used to heat, I'm probably gonna laugh at this, but it's been like 30 degrees for the last 7 days straight, okay? But without aircon, it's horrible, okay? I've got no swimming pool, no paddling pool, nothing. I just sit here and die and melt in the heat, and in the shed, yeah, it's been absolute hell. So I avoided the horrible times. It's now back to raining again in July in the UK, so it's back to normal, okay? So now I can make videos more frequently without being a horrible, sweaty, almost about to pass out mess. But without further ado, let's just get on to this video. Let me show you my breakdown on pound Swiss, which was my first trade, and now for you guys who are already in the group or on my Instagram, you already know my EU trade, which made me very annoyed, but it is what it is. I've learned from it, and now you guys can learn from it too. So let's just crack onto the charts and let me show you exactly what I'm on about. Okay guys, right, so this is my pound Swiss trade that I did. So this was my very first trade that I did, and this is so far my journal for my FTMO account so far. So I did a 3.8% trade on pound Swiss, lost on euro Swiss, then my unlucky trade that I'll explain in a sec on EU, which you guys probably won't believe, and then NJ, which we had a loss on yesterday as well. So this is my journal, this is how I journal everything. I write down my thoughts on what I think should have happened, but I'll explain that to you in a second anyway. So Euro Swiss, I actually wanted to get onto 3 trades on this, as I said, like my order flow trades. I didn't do another trade on this because I didn't actually have my account credentials sent to me yet, so it took me like 5 working days to get my FTMO live account credentials. So I actually, on my private account, where I do, not my private account, but yeah, it's a private demo account where I do like my own sort of setups where I practice things out. I don't actually have enough capital to trade personal yet. I will be building that up with my FTMO payouts as I go, but this was my other trade that I was doing on my private account, but I didn't do it because I didn't actually have my login details in. But this was it. It was a 1 to 4.8, which was a great trade. Again, I didn't get in this trade, I didn't have my account details, so I did the follow-up, which was on the 4 hour, which is going off of this candle here, which I'll just highlight for you. This was my impulsive point of interest. Okay, that was my impulsive point of interest. Took out the structure here, tested it, came down, and we still don't really have any divergence, so I'm expecting one push further down because I'm in EG at the moment, which is only just a smidge in profit, but we'll have a look in a sec. Where is it? EG. This is trading in the moment, so I'm expecting EG to go up. So if I'm expecting euro to get stronger against the pound, then I'm expecting the pound to get weaker. So if I go back to pound Swiss, where is it? Why am I being blind? Pound Swiss. So I'm expecting pound to reverse somewhere around here. I'm expecting pound to reverse. So those sort of correlate, tally up. Hopefully we'll have 2 successful trades, and then it'll get me back on top. So that was my first trade. Well, I'm still on top, but only by 0.7%. That was my first trade on my live FTMO account. So I started off with a bang, okay? For those of you guys in the GGFOREX group who wished me well and said congratulations on that stuff, thank you very much. I very much appreciate it, and I love you all. The support there is great. If you haven't joined it already, the link is down below. So, right, my unluckiest trade of all time. EU. You're not going to believe this, okay? Right, so I was too accurate for my own good, okay? Now, I saw this accumulation happening on the 1 hour time frame. I've got my semicircle approaching, I've got price having my three main impulses down, I've got bullish divergence, so let me just show you that. Frame, three main impulsive moves down. I've got my bullish divergence, okay? So I've got strength going up, price coming down, targets clearly above, not once, but twice. I was like, okay, right, I have got multiple reasons. I'm in a higher time frame point of interest. I've got my three impulsive moves down. I've got my impulsive point of interest for my entry area. And then I've also got great targets. Here's what happened, okay? So, let me just get the replay tool out. So I had this going on. There was news coming out. And what I was expecting price to do, right? I was expecting to come down here, mitigate out of their orders, and then move further up. We have targets there, we have targets there. But here's where I went wrong, and this is what I learned. I was expecting price to test this demand zone slash supply zone. I'll call it supply zone, yes. Test this supply zone here, okay? Because this push up is unmitigated and it caused this move down. So I was thinking, right, they're in drawdown here, price is gonna wanna go up to there. Right, but me being me, I was like, yeah, I'm going to test that. And as you're about to see, it worked perfectly, too perfectly, even on EU, right, which is the most liquid pair ever, with the tightest spreads. You can't get any tighter spreads on any other pair than EU, especially with the FTMO account and the broker, okay? So I thought, even if it just taps it, I should be okay. This has never happened before, okay? It hit my area, it hit my TP, but it didn't do 0.1 pips past my TP to trigger me out. So if you guys know spreads, and this is a good lesson for you, let's say your TP is at 10, but if you have a 2 pip spreads, that means price has to hit 12 for you to be triggered out at 10, okay? So with EU, let's say my price was 100, right? I would have to have price go 100, 0.1 pips for me to be triggered out. And it didn't, it hit 100 exactly, and then came back down and stopped me out. So instead of getting 4.5% gain, I got -1. Now you're probably saying, George, why didn't you move the break even? Well, I was at work. I didn't have access to my phone, and I was already in drawdown when I looked back at it at 5 o'clock at night. It already happened. The move happened. I couldn't get out of it. I couldn't move the break even. It is what it is. I'm away from the charts 10 hours plus of the day. I look at it in the morning, maybe 6, 6:30, 7 o'clock latest, and then I don't look at it again until gone 5 o'clock, maybe 4:15, 5:30. So it's already happened, okay? So yeah, this is why I was the unluckiest man in the world, and I'll show you in beautiful replay mode. Look at that, to the pip. Or what I should have done was just say, hey, look, there's some equal highs there. That should have been a clean enough target. It doesn't have to fill this imbalance, which it did beautifully, okay? They had a little bit more imbalance to go, so that's why I was saying, yeah, to this purple line is where I would like to think price is gonna go, and it did perfectly. So if I just went to this second equal highs here, my second pool of liquidity, before it got to my point of interest, which is, I have mentioned this to you guys before, but me being me, thinking EU would be okay because it doesn't have that many spreads, I was wrong. So learn from me. I could have got a decent 1 to 4 out of this. Could have got a nice 4% gain, which means my account would have 3.8. So let's just do a little maths on this. 3.8 minus 1 plus 4 minus 1. Could have been looking at 5.8% growth on the account at the moment if I just went to here. but I didn't, and that is life. And that just happened. So instead of getting 4% or 4.5%, if I just moved it 0.1 pips closer to my entry, yeah. So that is what happened. That was my first trade and one of my most unluckiest trades ever. It just sucks that it had to be on a live FTMO account, but there you go. So at the moment my account is sitting at 0.7%, okay, in profit. Still a profit, still okay. EU for next week going on. This is Saturday now. So EU to me is showing signs of bullishness. It's now got a nice discounted price. And if I'm looking at the 4-hour time frame, which is what I was trading on, I go back, I can see clear line pools of liquidity above, multiple places. Again, I learned from my mistake, okay? This is where I think price is going to go. First, I feel like it's going to go up to that line. We'll find out in a future video if it goes up to that line. But again, I'm not making EU mistake. I'm going to the liquidity first. I'm not going to assume it's going to come past and then tap that line and then not take me out of the trade. But we do have multiple reasons to go up. If I go to the daily time frame, okay, we had a big impulsive move up, flag down, could have got a really nice buy on a daily time frame here, didn't, but now I've got the confirmation and now I'm on the retest of that big impulsive move. But yeah, there are plenty of reasons to go higher. Again, doesn't have to, could go lower, but if it does, it is what it is, we lose 1%. But I believe it's going to go higher, so that looks good. And obviously my second entry on pound Swiss could go well. Obviously if this goes up, that means the pound is getting weaker, so selling it off will make sense. Okay guys, so hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you've learned from me. I hope that, one, you take into spreads. Whatever your spreads are, that's how much price has to go past your entry or your take profit to stop you out, or to not trigger you, or to trigger you in, okay? Doesn't matter, we're stopping you out, we'll stop you out on the dime. It doesn't care, okay? Right? So, learn from me, understand my pain, understand where I went wrong, put that into your trading plan, and then you'll be a lot better off. So again, guys, learn from my pain. Don't go through it yourself, especially in a live account. Anyway, join the GGFOREX group down below for support. The people that are incredible. I love them all. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.